after this, when the king or the kingdom of the Medes and Persians come in power, that God basically now releases his people, and they're going back to Jerusalem to build the temple, build Jerusalem. That Jerusalem is basically restored during the kingdom of the Medes and so in other words, God's structure, God's system, God's organization is now reestablished in the time of the kingdom of the Medes and the Persians. For what purpose? That his will be known to all the world. You see this recurrent pattern all throughout the Bible. You even see here that even shows, even with striking accuracy, you see that this reorganization, this restoring of Israel actually begins at the beginning, for those Bible scholars, Bible students, at the beginning of the 70-week prophecy spoken of by Daniel the prophet. And for those who are more astute, by the year 408 BC, that Jerusalem was completely restored and built as a nation. It had God's structure, God's system had been restored. And they knew that they only had a few hundred years before Messiah the Prince, Jesus Christ, was to come on this earth. And they was to make preparations to meet him in peace, brothers and sisters. But unfortunately, again, what do we find? What is the historical record? What is the biblical record of God's people who has his truth, his oracles, his methods that is supposed to go throughout all the world? When you see Jesus come on the scene, did they accept Jesus, brothers and sisters? Did they wholeheartedly say, come Jesus, and did they hail him as the Messiah? I wonder why. Could it be? Just like in the examples before, when Jesus came on the scene, there was a new organization. There had been a new system that had been placed in place. It had been, and again, evolution from God's system, and now Satan's system was running the church. Over and over and over again, you see this, and here Jesus comes to basically reestablish God's initial system, his initial principles, his initial methods of working, that all the world would be blessed before storm and tempest would come and sweep away the structure, 70 AD. We shall follow.